Hello people out there and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Seek Your Purpose. I am your host for the show, Mayank Sera. But before we proceed ahead with today's episode, if you're listening to this podcast for the very first time, do hit that subscribe or follow button to never ever miss an episode. If you're a regular listener, do rate us and review us on Apple Podcast and help us grow and reach out to the maximum of our deserving audience. Here we go. Procrastination. The word sounded great to me when I heard it initially in a podcast conversation between Mr. Beer Biceps aka Ranveer Allahabadiya and the extremely gorgeous and talented Barkha Singh on his show The Ranveer Show. I didn't know before that this word even existed, or maybe I never paid attention to it. But when Barkha said that she hates procrastinating things in her life, I immediately searched the word on Google, which read, the action of unnecessarily and voluntarily delaying or postponing something despite knowing that there will be negative consequences for doing so. That was the moment of realization for me. I was stunned for a moment because this was something I could easily relate with. Procrastination, the art of delaying things. So deliberately or not, but we all have adopted this very phenomenon in our lifestyle. Right from the time we wake up in the morning till the time we are off to sleep at night, ask yourself how many times in a day you procrastinated with something you wanted to do versus things you actually did. Be it your office, where you have tons of work to complete and submit in a day, and you choose to either do a couple of work and push the work as a pendency for the next day, is procrastination. Be it your home, where you have some basic house chores and stuff to do, but instead of completing them and making way for new things in line, you choose to simply Netflix and chill, is procrastination. Be it your financial stability, where you wanted to pull in another source of income. Let's suppose you wanted to start investing in a share market, but you haven't even tried developing interest in learning and exploring about the basics of it yet, is procrastination. Or you really like spending time with someone and you feel those good and positive vibes and connect with them. You can't even find time to talk to that person amid your not so busy occupied work life, is procrastination. If you feel or relate to any of these, then congratulations, my friend, you are a procrastinator, just like me. So almost 20% of people, they identify themselves as chronic procrastinators. That's a lot of people not doing a lot of things. I am a big time procrastinator and I have been dealing with this issue, or wait, let me call it a habit. So I have been dealing with this habit of procrastinating things over a while now. So let's just find out, why do we even procrastinate? As I read it somewhere, it said procrastination is the opposite of decision. So the lack of decision making prompts the ability to procrastinate. So I feel that our decision, it lacks due to the following reasons. Number one, the fear of failure. The fear of, what if things went wrong and I have nothing to back it up? So okay, chuck it down, let it be, I don't want to do it. Number two, lack of knowledge. Should I gain some more knowledge on it or simply go with the flow? Or I don't have knowledge to kickstart this yet. I lack knowledge. I don't know. Just I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Third, lack of accountability. Did I hold anyone accountable, or am I accountable to anyone or even myself for doing or completing this task? Am I holding accountable to anyone or myself on this? Number 4, discomforting your comfort zone. Remember, we can better handle discomfort when we associate it with a goal, purpose, or a person we care about. That's when you can actually discomfort your comfort zone and you can work towards the thing that you have in your mind. I feel that this procrastination, it's a learned behavior and it's not genetic. We learn from others doing the same thing, we observe them, and we feel that, you know what, it is a new normal. It is a normal behavior to do things in this particular way. It's a cycle, and somehow we need to break this cycle of procrastination. And this can be done if we try our hands on and simply adopt small changes and choices in our life in the following way. Number 1, prepare a night before. Let's suppose you need to run marathon by the end of the year, and all you have is next 4 or 5 months in your time. So you need to go out on an early run every morning, but you don't feel that motivation to do so, and rather you feel more comfortable in your bed and simply snooze the alarm and lose the battle with your mind. So you are giving up the battle with your mind the very first thing in the morning. So instead of doing this, try and prepare the night before. Try and prepare the night prior. Keep your running shoes, your clothes, your gear, etc. at the bedside, so that the moment you wake up in the morning, your motivation lies next to you. # make your mind your friend. Number 2, use a calendar. I feel that this is the most important thing that we really miss out, apart from a busy work schedule. Use it personally. Timeline your things. Let's suppose if you are a content creator and to engage your audience, you need to publish or upload your content at regular intervals. Maybe it's twice a week or thrice a month. So just like this, use your calendars, schedule your important tasks for the day, for the week, for the month, and save the dates. Remember, scheduled time drives out unscheduled ones. Number 3, make a list. Try this every single day. Reflect on it. Repeat it for a set of next 20 days and you will feel the change. Simply write down on a piece of paper things that you are supposed to do or finish in a day. Let's suppose you write 10 things. Now prioritize them either in ascending or descending order depending upon the urgency of things. And now divide your scheduled time accordingly. Try it and let me know whether it worked for you or not, because it really worked for me, even now also. Number 4, make entry to that list a bit difficult. Just simply focus on the quality of stuff. Choose the good and important ones first. Dedicate most of your time and leave the rest for the easy and simple task. But ensure to complete them by the end of the day only. Do not procrastinate them for the next day. Number 5, my favorite, be accountable. Hold someone accountable for your progress or commitment. It could be your mother, your father, your partner, your lover, your friend, your colleague, your children, anyone. Simply tell them that you hold them accountable for this and they must let you be aware and push for the deadline. This really works. So when I was supposed to launch my podcast on 24th of Jan this year, I simply went out of social media 2 months prior and I hold myself accountable for announcing a post that I will be launching my podcast on 24th of Jan. And believe me, it worked. It kept me hooked and I was counting on every single passing day with my progress and the amount of work left before launching it on the set date. So because I held myself responsible out there in the public, it happened. It actually happened. And there you go. You are listening to the 9th episode of this podcast right now. The 6th one, reflect on the day. Just try and spend 15 to 20 minutes at the end of the day with yourself. If possible, start journaling. Start journaling on the things that you planned initially at the start of the day versus the things that you managed to complete it by the end of the day. Did you miss out on anything? Then why? You should dig deep down on this why part to let yourself aware of the newer, improved and accountable version of yourself. And once you do this, you will feel accomplished, you will feel proud, and you will feel that you have done something over the last 24 hours of your day to count and feel blessed of this life. Okay, so there's another thing I realized that I should share with you all is the mantra for your motivation to decide to let go of that procrastination that we have in our mind. So whenever I feel that I didn't have the so-called motivation to do a particular task which I know is of the utmost importance, but I'm procrastinating it a bit, I simply say these words to myself. The dream that you have in your mind is out of love and desire for your family. Just go for it, Mank. So for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The motivation mantra is the word focus. Whenever he feels deviated from a task which he knows that he should be doing but can't do due to lack of motivation, he simply repeats the word focus, 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 focus again and again to align himself with the dream that he has in his mind. So what's your mantra? Find it out. And do let me know if you have figured it out. I would love to hear from you. So remember, procrastination is the opposite of decision. Start making decisions. Start acting on it right now. So that's what I've got for you today's episode. If you love this, then please take a screenshot of the same and tag me at MAYANKSEHRA, Mayank Sehra, on your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn. I love to read your DMs and tags, and I really appreciate you for this. And I'm glad to share with you all that all the way together over the last 7 months, we've achieved the feat of 5,000 plus downloads. From that first download to this 5,000th one, step by step, 7 months, 9 episodes, 4 amazing guests so far, whom I've learned some of the biggest life lessons in my life. It's been an overwhelming journey, and I've planned some amazing conversation with the purpose seekers and change makers that we have around us. Now get out of that comfort zone of yours, break that apart, and seek the purpose that you're destined to. I'll catch you up in the next episode. Cheers.